Alrighty, you guys, so it seems that with the timeline on how things are looking with Bleach, we've got an idea on how, I guess, things are going to be replicated over on the full release. And again, from a global perspective, this is information that we can kind of extract and use to our advantage. So obviously, in terms of to start the game off, they're using holification Ichigo as kind of like a beginner starter, to kind of get the game going. He's an amazing solo DPS unit, probably one of the best, if not the best, of course, and he is going away in 3 days, 23 hours, of course. Now the beta is going to be a little bit longer than that, which tells us that we're about to get our first additional new character to be added into the game and have their whole banner, weapon card, photo stamp, engravings, all that shenanigans, events, etc. All of that is going to be added in, and obviously the big old question is, who is it? Obviously, there are 2 characters that have still that haven't been added into this beta. That is Kenpachi as well as Hitsugaya. I kind of respect them from taking away Kenpachi because it's just like they could do some crazy stuff with him and add him at a later time, and it seems to be the case. So, with that being said, who is the next character? We kind of know already, and it is going to be Hitsugaya, of course. Now, the crazy thing about Hitsugaya is that he's low-key going to hard carry. Well, he's going to have to low-key kind of hard carry. So this is kind of where we're at right now in terms of the characters that we have in-game. And if there's one thing that I've noticed, and I'm sure some of you guys have probably noticed, there is no blue typing SSR. So we've got the red squad, which is a complete package if you ask me. The yellow squad is doing pretty decent with their DOT, of course. Again, you can throw in Renji if you want to fully maximize it. I mean, again, in terms of having that one additional character that isn't within the yellow typing, but you've got your yellow DPS sorted, and it is more so on the supportive side of things. Then Urahara will make that clear fit, of course. And then, of course, the orange typing, which unfortunately I don't have Kurosachi, so she's kind of the main DPS for that squad, and I don't have her, so that kind of bugs me. Although I can GSSR if I want to, very, very soon. And so right now, with where blue typing is looking, essentially this whole column right here is kind of like all we've got right now. So not so much going on with the blue typing, and that's why I say with the release of Hitsugaya, it is low-key going to be a hard carry for that typing, which now begs the question on how to combat and prepare ourselves for the full release. Because don't get me wrong, I want to go all in for my boy Ichigo, but honestly with Ichigo, I wouldn't say you really need to invest too much into him to make him an absolute monster, because that holification state, as I've said previously, is disgusting. And again, with his whole setup, with the characters that he have, the amount that you can buff or push for him, I guess buffing wise, he can again dish out some disgusting amount of damage, of course. So having that experience with Ichigo, it kind of wants me, well, honestly, with the full release, it will now make me more aware and prepare for what's to come after him, and that is something that I feel like majority will need to prepare for, because again, in terms of blue typing, there is not really much anything going on. And obviously with the game itself, with what we've seen, typing is crucial, for certain events and whatnot. In order for you to do well in, you want to have that typing advantage. And so if the blue typing really has nothing, and Hitsugaya is going to be him to hard carry that typing, I want to make sure that I want to be prepared for him. So far, his Bankai is looking kind of broken. Right, it's pretty stupid. I don't recall it ever being able to disappear. I mean, not in the previous beta. I think on the story mode they'll just kind of keep it as is. But I'm pretty sure they might put a little bit of timer on it. We'll find out in a couple of days' time, when I assume everything goes live, because Loki, his leaderboard is already in the game itself, so it's only a matter of time before he gets added. Now, I don't know if more will be added with him in terms of SR characters, because as far as I'm aware, team comp wise from the previous beta, I'm showing you guys some gameplay right now, Urahara was actually the blue typing. So Hitsugaya really was him, should I say, over an amazing beast type character. Of course, he did work extremely well with Rukia. I assume that combination will still be a thing, so obviously Rukia will have to work on her. But I'm eager to see on who. I mean, well, they'll probably team comp him with Rukia and Orihime, of course. I think that might be the. I think that's going to be the blue mono for now. But I'm hoping and praying that soon we do get a blue support, because yeah, I would love to see on what a blue mono team would look like when it's fully optimal, of course. But I think for the most part it will be Hitsugaya, Rukia, and then obviously Urahara. Even though he's a red typing, you can still utilize him as a red support and rely on the other two blue typings to handle business in terms of having that blue advantage play going on. But Hitsugaya looks very promising with all the damage play that he's got going on, especially with what we can build up. So it'll be interesting to see on how far they've kind of progressed him. I do expect him to be absolutely broken. So that, and I would love to see on how what has changed within his Bankai. That's, to me, that's the big teller right there for this man. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see that. And I want to know what the additional damage play would be if the enemy is frozen. That's something that I'm keen to hope to see, because I feel like there's going to be some extra damage being played, like big boy extra damage being played right there. So yeah, you get to see that combo wombo damage. But Hitsugaya and Rukia right now are going to be a deadly combo, so that's going to be beautiful to see. I think that is what's going to be that's going to be the big change up coming next in a couple of days time, should I say, of course. But yeah, so we know on the initial layout now. So Ichigo will start things off. Obviously, I'm sure everyone's going to go crazy for him. I mean, I don't blame you. You know, I really can't. I mean, I'm also going to make sure that he's done up quite nicely upon release. But we know that in terms of after Ichigo, that Hitsugaya will be second in line. After that, if they want to go with Kenpachi, then that's something that they can do, since obviously he is another character that's still yet to be added into the game that we know of from previous experience, having been able to use him. Unless they're going to go off script, that's fine. But in terms of with what characters we have and the typing wise, it genuinely makes sense that they would have to get Hitsugaya in ASAP to give the blue typing something, because right now the typing has practically nothing. So yeah, I think knowing that Hitsugaya is officially going to be next does help us out on yeah, preparing ourselves on the official release. So again, I think for the most part, not really much is going to be changing after the beta, because again, it looks pretty crisp and ready to go. So that's why I'm saying that yeah, it's good for us to kind of know ahead of time what the scheduling is in terms of character releases. So Ichigo could start things off, get that holification going on, and then something that we need to prepare for to make sure that our blue team is cooking with gas, and Hitsugaya is going to be the full front and the hard carry for that type.